give a lot more mic to the banjo than the guitar.
Well, the banjo, it'll come to you, Dave. How is it the test, 1, 2, 3, how does the sound to you?
Sounds good.
That's wonderful, Dick.
It's not clear?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay. No.
What? You want the mic on the sound?
That would be Amy's vocal mic, his guitar.
Amplification before. Never.
Never.
40 years.
Never needed it.
Well, we play in small places. That's the thing. Jeffrey said that we've been playing for 50 years. That's a little incorrect. And it's as far as our voices will go, too. I mean, we have a definite limited span.
I can't.
So we've been playing together about 42 years, and we get together maybe, I don't know, 3-4 times a year.
Probably.
We play for old folks who are hard of hearing, where there's a particularly good audience there at the old folks' home, and they invite us over frequently. I was known as Texas Dave Carr in high school when I started playing, and then my kids thought that I should call myself Boxcar Willie. But there already was a Boxcar Willie. As a matter of fact, Boxcar Willie and I are the same age, where he died in 1999.
Oh.
He was a pilot in my squadron in the Air Force in Lincoln, Nebraska. And he was singing on the side. His name was Lysel Martin. And he decided one day he wasn't doing too well in the music business, singing country western, and so he decided to give it up. But on his way home that day, he was stopped by a train that went through, and he saw this bum sitting in the open door of a boxcar on the train. And it gave him the idea of calling himself Boxcar Willie, so he did, and he was more of a hit than he was before, which wasn't saying much. But anyway, I'm not Boxcar Willie, and I'm not Texas Dave. I'm Grandpa Dave, right?
All the way, Papa.
Okay.
And before you start singing, Dave, I'd like to thank Jeff and Lori for inviting us to this wonderful set. I'm looking out at you, and I wish you could be on this stage, because you're looking at it. Feels like we're in Woodside or at Rosati's down at that great old bar, Roadhouse that Stanford had there. And it really feels like it's a special occasion. And thank you for being here and inviting us.
Well, it is a special occasion, Dick. It's the first time we've ever played with microphones. And Dick knows all the music, and I know some of the words. So between the two of us, we'll get
We'll try to work it.
2/3 of the way through. Can I start with a song by myself and not have you sing? Because
Absolutely.
I don't think you know my cuties do
No.
it 2-2-2.
Absolutely.
I like to sing songs that you've never heard before, because then you can't criticize that I forgot the words or got it incorrect.
Did you want
And
me
you
to
can't
play?
sing along either. So.
Did you want me to play the banjo? At all?
You can play the banjo if you know the tune.
If I know the tune.
Okay.
I think.
My cuties do at 2-2-2. She's coming in on the big choo-choo. She's been away for months, but I haven't cheated once. I stayed home nights, didn't dance, wasn't taking any chance, didn't flirt, no one hurt, just couldn't do my little cutie dirt. Well, the days are blue and the nights are black. I just knew that she'd come back. I love she and she loved me, and don't say there ain't no Santa Claus. I know damn well there is, because my cuties do at 2-2-2 today. Okay, Dick, what do you want to sing?
Well, what do you got on there?
Bye Bye Blackbird.
Yeah.
We know this one.
You can sing along.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think we're there. Does that sound all right to you guys?
Yeah, sounds good.
Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, singing along. Bye Bye Blackbird.
You can sing this one.
Where somebody waits for me, sugar is sweet, so is she. Bye Bye. sail low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar's sweet, so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand me. Oh, what our love stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye bye. You got it, Tim?
Yeah, it's a night air. It kind of stretched my strings out.
Well, while you're getting tuned up, then I'm going to do a little. This is a song from England that was. They had these music halls, and they had the music hall songs. And this song, incidentally, was first recorded by Julie Andrews, and it's called "Don't Go in the Lion Cage Tonight, Mother Darling, for the lions look ferocious and they bite." A mother once she had a lovely daughter. The mother was a actress on the stage. She traveled with a troop of well-trained lions, and each night she went into the lion's cage, the lion's cage. One day the daughter had a premonition that everything that night would not go right, would not go right. And as she told her mother in the kitchen, "Oh, don't go in the lion's cage tonight, no, not tonight. Don't go in the cage tonight, mother darling, for those lions are ferocious and they bite.
Yes, they bite.
And when they get their angry fits, they may tear you all to bits. So don't go in the lion's cage tonight." The mother heeded not the darling warning, but to her turned and softly said, "Foo, foo. I really ought to know what I am doing. When I'm around, those lions all feel blue. They all feel blue." That night as she was dancing in the lion's cage, the lions thought that they might like to eat. And as they bit the darling mother's head off, these words came back to her so pure and sweet, so pure and sweet. "Oh, don't go in the cage tonight, mother darling, for those lions are ferocious and they bite. And when they get their angry fits, they may tear you all to bits. So don't go in the lion's cage tonight. Hello, not a two and a hide." That's a great song. Let's do a not so great song, Dick. What do you want to play?
What do you got?
Want to do Bill Bailey?
All right.
Do we do the chorus, or do you know the chorus?
There you go. Classic.
Well,
Great stuff.
There's
Sky
something
Camp.
about the lady love of old Bill Bailey.
I don't know that.
Okay, then just
You do it, you do it.
No. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? I run the whole night long. I'll do the cooking, honey. I'll pay the rent. I know I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy evening I threw you out with nothing but a fine tooth comb. I know I'm to blame. Ain't it a shame, Bill Bailey? Won't you please come home one more time? Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? I run the whole night long. I'll do the cooking, honey. I'll pay the rest. I know I've done you wrong. Remember that rainy evening I threw you out with nothing but a fine tooth comb. I know I'm to blame. Ain't it a shame? there's a great little tune that's a really a folk song, and we used to have a lot of folk songs on the radio and in television, done by guys like Burl Ives and some of those. And a gentleman named Alan Lomax and his son recorded a bunch of these songs from the original entertainers who played the songs and sang them around the country, and they put out an album by the original artist, and it was done under the auspices of the Smithsonian Institute. And one of my favorite songs from that early album was a number called The Fox. The fox went out on a frosty night, prayed for the moon to give him light. For many miles to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, the town, oh, town, oh, many miles to go that night before he reached the town. Oh,
Take it, Dave.
he ran and he came to the great big pen where the ducks and the geese were kept therein. A couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Town, oh, town, oh, couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh.
While I walked in the great goose den when he got...
What was that? Hollowed over the flipper flopper. What'd she do?
Oh, wait a minute.
No, he grabbed me.
Foxy went into the old goose pen, kept therein. One of you's gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, says one of you's gonna grease my chin before he leaves this town. Oh, now this.
He grabbed the gray goose by the neck, flung a duck across his back. He didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dang-a-legging down. Oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dang-a-legging down.
Well, old Mrs. Flipper-Flopper jumped out of bed, threw open the curtains and tossed out her head, saying, John, John, Grey Goose is gone, the fox is on the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, said John, John, the fox is on the town. Oh.
So Johnny ran to the top of the hill, and he blew his horn both loud and shrill, and the fox he said, better flee with my kill, 'cause I'll soon be on my trail. Trail, oh, trail, oh, fox
Said he, better flee with my kill, I'll soon be on my trail. Oh.
He ran and they came to his cozy den. There were the little ones, 8, 9, 10. They said, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause there must be a mighty fine town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh. They said, Daddy, better go back again, 'cause there must be a mighty fine town. Oh.
Well, Fox and his wife, without any strife, they caught up the goose with the fork and a knife. They never had such a supper in their life as the little ones chewed on the bones.
Oh, the bones, oh, the bones, oh.
They never had such a supper in their life as the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh, my God. Well, we haven't done that in 50 years.
That's the trouble.
Have we got another one?
Let's see, there's a little song, another one of those silly songs. For I've got 10 baby fingers, 10 baby toes, waiting there for me, my honey, down in Tennessee. I never had a baby call me Dada. How happy I will be when I'm bouncing on my knee, for I will kiss every finger, kiss every toe. Home, sweet home, I'll linger, for they need me there, I know. Now if he looks like Daddy, what a child he must be. But if he looks like Ma, then he'll have my company. For I've got 10 baby fingers, 10 baby toes, waiting there for me in Tennessee.
One more time, Dave. That baby finger. Go ahead.
10 baby toes, waiting there for me, my honey, down in Tennessee. I never had a baby call me Dada. How happy I will be when he's dancing on my knee, for I would kiss every finger, kiss every toe. Home, sweet home, I'll linger, for they need me there, I know. Now if he looks like Mother, what a child he must be. Now it's right, if he looks like me, then he's got my sympathy, for I've got 10 baby fingers, 10 baby toes, down in Tennessee for me. Waiting down in Tennessee for me. 10 baby fingers. Has anybody ever heard that song before? Raise your hand.
I think I heard it once.
Oh, yeah, my wife has heard all these. You don't count, dear. I mean, count for recognizing tunes. You count, you know. I mean.
Mia, did you hear that song?
Okay.
Hey, Dad, how about Once I Went Out Swimming? That's a good one.
Once you went out swimming?
Yeah.
Once I went out swimming where there were no women and no one could see. Since no one was there, I hung my underwear upon that willow tree. Dove into the water just like Pharaoh's daughter dove into the Nile. Someone saw me there and stole my underwear and left me with a smile. Now there are smiles that make you happy. There are smiles that make you blue. There are smiles that steal away the teardrops as the sunshine steals away the blue. There are smiles that have a tender meaning, like the eyes of love alone can see. But the smiles that fill my heart with gladness are the smiles that you gave to me. There's one more that's something like that. It goes.
Can I do a talk song?
Oh yeah, you
Talk
do the
song?
talk song.
This is a song that was done by a fellow named T. Texas Tyler, the man with a million friends, according to the record album. Dad bought me a brand new bike, a shiny one of blue, with silver lines for trimming and with all the extras too. I looked it over, but I knew it never could repay for what my daddy did to me. He gave my dog away. I hurried home from school one day, and with usual glee, I ran to Bruce's little pen, but he didn't run to me. And I asked Dad if he'd seen Bruce, but Dad, he wouldn't say, and Mama told me afterwards that Dad gave my dog away. Now, I know that dogs are a lot of fuss. If folks don't want them there, you have to feed and water them and house them, too, with care, but it was fun for me because we'd always romp and play. But without asking me at all, Dad gave my dog away. So when I'm grown and have a lad who'd like a dog instead of costly bikes and other things, I'll never turn my head. I'll think of all the grief I knew when I went out to play and no small paws jumped on my knees. Dad gave my dog away. The son of a bitch. Oh, who said that? Who said that?
Oh my God.
Oh, what do you got?
Okay, I thought I'd do. Let me think how it
World
goes.
War II, one melody.
No, here it goes.
Okay.
It's Nellie wore a brand new dress.
She did indeed.
You know that song? Nellie wore a brand new dress. Nellie wore a brand new dress, material so thin. She asked us what we thought of it. We told her with a grin, why don't you wait till the sun shines, Nellie, and the crowds go drifting by. We will be happy, Nellie, by and by. Down Lover's Lane we'll wander, sweethearts, you and I.
Why don't you
Wait till the sun shines, Nellie, by and by. Wait till the sun shines, Nellie, and the clouds go drifting
the sun shines away by and by.
Well, Dave, what do you got for us here?
Sailor Jack McCoy
He's a daring
was a
sailor.
daring sailor boy. His ship got wrecked a while on a Fiji isle. He led a savage life and he hunted with a knife. He says, I'll tell you about it, but please don't tell my wife. Say, I've got a bimbo down on the bamboo isle. She's waiting there for me beneath that bamboo tree. Believe me, she's got the other bimbos beat a mile. She dances gaily, daily. She'd make a hit with the Bonham and Bailey. I'll build a bungalow on the bamboo isle. And when I go again, gonna stay a while. Say, I've seen dances, plenty of dances, down the string of B. Give that girl a good jazz band. Say, boy, that's all she needs. All she wants was a great big Zulu smile. My little bimbo down on the bamboo isle. That's it.
Is that our, we got to have a final number, Dave.
Don't give it up.
Here we go.
Give one chance to sign.
Okay.
To give it all away?
No, what do we got? Oh, wait a minute. Here's.
We got a little song. It's a story about the boll weevil. And some of you may know the boll weevil is an insect, and he's found mostly where cotton grows.
Wait a minute, Dave. I've got to interject a little story here about the two boll weevils that were in Georgia, and one boll weevil stayed at home on the tobacco farm, and the other one went to Hollywood. And the one that went to Hollywood became a great big star. But the one that stayed home on the sharecropping farm got to be known as the lesser of two weevils.
Could you hear that in the
Anyhow,
back?
yeah, go ahead with
Aren't
your
you
story,
sorry?
Dave. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
The lesser of two weevils. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay.
Boll weevil, I'm a fun little bug. Come from Mexico, they say. Coming here to Texas, looking for a place to stay, just looking for a home. Just looking for a home. Now the first time I see the boll weevil, he was sitting on the square. Next time I see the boll weevil, and all his family there, he'll have a home. He'll have a home. The farmer said to the boll weevil, why do you take my farm? Boll weevil says to the farmer, we don't mean you no harm. We're looking for a home. We're looking for a home. I have them words here.
Wait a minute. Well, there's another verse.
It's in all these, but you know. The farmer said to put the boll weevil, and he put him on a cake of ice. Thank you, Mr. Farmer. This is mighty cool and nice. This'll be my home. This'll be my home. So the farmer took the boll weevil, and he fed him on Paris green. Oh, wonderful, Mr. Farmer. It's the best I've ever seen. This'll be my home. This'll be my home. So the boll weevil got half the cotton. The merchant got the rest. Didn't leave that farmer's wife but one old cotton dress, and it's full of holes. It's full of holes. That wife says to the farmer, hey, would you look at that? That boll weevil done made a nest right in my Easter hat. He'll have a home. He'll have a home. Now if anyone should ask you who it was that sang this song, tell him it's a dark-complected boy with a pair of blue duggins on. He's looking for a home. He's looking for a home.
You know, Dave and I have, for years, been doing a kind of a patriotic medley, and it's what's in it, Dave? Again, it's
I think we do over there.
over there.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Your grand old flag.
And a grand old flag. Okay.
Is that enough?
Yeah. Over there, over there. Send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. They're run, dum, 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 everywhere.
So beware,
So beware,
so beware.
over there.
Send the word
over there.
We're over, we're coming over, and we won't go home till it's over there. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die. A real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I'm a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee pride and joy. Oh, Yankee Doodle went to London just to ride a pony. I am the Yankee Doodle boy. She's a grand old flag, she's a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may she wave. She's the emblem of the land I love, the land of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true, both red, white, and blue, whether ever humbles or bright. You take my note stick. Let old acquaintance be forgot. Keep your eye on the grand old flag. You know, I think that's probably enough.
I bet Dave has one more solo there. So
I was trying to think of it.
what is it?
Isn't it funny? 'Cause
Jeff,
I feel like
Michael,
I'm
what's
playing
his?
it
What do you want to hear him
the
sing?
way this,
Good night, night,
What?
good
Listen.
night. I don't like right key. Good night, little girl. Good night. Oh, I'll just sing it a cappella. You
Okay.
can play in the background. It's called Good Night, Little Girl, Good Night. And so it's appropriate
I
for the
don't know
end of the
what key you're
program.
in.
Good night, little girl. Good night. I hope you get home all right. Your kisses were fine, but with each glass of wine, I thought you were single all of the time. But I was wrong, little girl. I was wrong. So run along, little girl, run along. That ring on your finger tells me not to linger. Good night, little girl. Good night. Good night, little girl. Good night. I hope you get home all right. Your kisses were fine, but with each glass of wine, I thought you were single all of the time. But I was wrong, little girl. I was wrong. I run along, little girl, run along. If I can't win you with all that wine in you. Good night, little girl. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, little girl. Good night.
Good night. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you very much. This is a beautiful setting. No, I think that was it. We don't know anymore. I want to hear the other group. Come on, you guys. Come on back up here.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Encore.
Got it.
One more.
Give us one more.
I gotta get just over my country western hat here.
Oh,
Your huge hits out there. You can't.
All right.
Jimmy Craig.
When I was a lad, I used to wait on the master and bring him his plate and pass the bottle when he got dry. and brush away the blue-tailed fly. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care.
The master's
Gone away. Oh, when he'd ride around the farm, and the flies so numerous they did swarm. One chance to bite him on the thigh, the devil take the blue-tailed fly. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Master's gone away. They buried him under a cemetery. No, we ain't got to do one before that. He has to get knocked off first.
Yeah.
The pony run, he jump, he pitched. He threw my master in the ditch. He died and the jury wondered why. The verdict was the blue-tailed fly. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. The master's gone away. They buried him under a cemetery. His epitaph is there to see. Beneath this tree I'm forced to lie, a victim of the blue-tailed fly. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. And the master's gone away.
Oh, Dave has a, wait a minute.
A closer.
Dave has a,
No, no.
He's got a closer.
He must have gone to Stanford.
He went to Stanford.
he sold used cars when he was at Stanford. He's known as the closer. You'd go in there, you meet about 5 guys. If Sam didn't work, then Ernie. Finally, they wound up with Dave, and they said, "I would like you to meet Dave," and Dave was the closer. Go ahead, Dave.
There's a song that you all may or may not remember. It's called "We'll Meet Again." Anybody know it? We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when.
Oh yeah.
But I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Why don't you all stand up? Stand up and move together. Move together in rows and put your arms around the shoulder of the person next to you. All right? And we're going to sort of
Ellen, get in there.
back and forth, back and forth.
Over this side, Ellen.
We'll meet again.